Hello. We are doing Afghan oral history interview with Mr. Muhammad Siddiq Kaderi. This part is a slice of Afghanistan in Wales. Welcome, Mr. Kaderi.
Thank you. Welcome.
So let me start by asking you a few questions, and I'll start with saying, can you tell me about your journey to Wales?
Yes, I can. I lived in Afghanistan. I born and bred in Afghanistan, and then in 1984, we been traveled from Afghanistan to Iran due to my grandfather in that time was a little ill, and he wrote my mother a letter that if you don't come, you may not see me. So we been to Iran, and then unfortunately 1 year after he passed away due to cancer, stomach cancer. And then Iran was difficult for us to live. Then we moved to Pakistan. We lived there till 1991, actually till June 1991. And then my uncle, we've been awarded 3 times American visa, but my father in that time was not happy for us to go to America. That the last visa we was awarded, my uncle told to my father, if you are not going, then I have to go with my own family. So you're not going, your wife is not going, that I'm taking the 2 children, me and my brother who passed away in COVID, to America. So my uncle win the argument, and me, my brother Razid, he's no longer with us, and my grandmother, she also no longer with us. They both passed away in 2021 due to the COVID. And we traveled from Pakistan to Tashkent. We stayed there for 10 days, and then we traveled to Moscow. In Moscow, we stayed there for 40 days, and then a harsh time in 1991 due to the poverty in Russia under the Soviet. And then when the human smuggler in Russia told my uncle, I cannot take you to America due to the money is short. Either you have to go to Argentina, and in Argentina life is very hard. You have to live and earn your living because there's no social income there. So as another country is newly accepting foreigners very fast and very rapid. And my uncle said, then take us there. So me, my brother Razif, and my grandma was separated from the group from my uncle, and we came separately to Netherlands. We stayed there, we came to Netherlands, Amsterdam. I didn't speak any language, not even English, so I was speaking only Farsi. My brother with me and my grandmother, and we, as you see in here, some people, rich people say we come with $100 or $200. We came with $5, so we couldn't do anything. And then I found out my brother passed away from hunger. We were 21 hours sitting in the airport without any support, and then my brother faded from hunger, and I couldn't bear it. So I called the next policeman I saw, and I said only one word, refugee, refugee, refugee. And he came and he said, okay, wait here, I'll come back to you. So they came and they took us to the prison, keep us there for 24 hours, give us food. It was a very tight security place. Now I call it a jail. It was a jail. So then they took us to the interview room, they interviewed us, and then they sent us to camp for 6 months. The 6 months became 1 year, and after 1 year, they decided to send us as a non-threatened refugee. They accepted us, and then we went to a royal house. They call it for a refugee house. We went there for 4 years, and then they sent us to another house. We stayed there, and then after 9 years, we become Dutch citizen due to the lack of getting support from Afghan embassy or Afghanistan. They had to accept us as a non-boundary, and then we become Dutch citizen, and I was there till December 2015 in Netherlands, and then I got engaged, and Netherlands ruling was that if you are engaged and you want to bring a foreign woman to their country, you have to have a few rules. Number one, you have to have an earning about 2,000 euro. You have a permanent job, and you have to work at least 40 hours a week. And none of them was in my resume. And my earning was short, my hours was short, and nobody hired our agency workers. So in that time, UK and Europe was no Brexit, so everybody can go anywhere. So in December 2005, I came to UK, and I started working as an agency worker, and living here as an EEA member, settlement scheme. And I applied for the wife's visa, and they told me to go to get married first, and then apply for visa there, not here. And I've been there, and thanks to Allah, thanks to the British Home Office, they made the whole journey, the visa journey took only 1 week, without having a single experience how to apply it. When I applied for the visa, instead of putting my wife's name on I still laugh about it, I put my own name. And the guy grabbed the paper and told me, who you are sponsoring? I said, my wife. And he said, what is her name? I said, Tamanna Kadiri, Tamanna Nasar Ahmad. He said, why is it Muhammad Siddiq Kadiri? I said, I don't know. I'm new to this. So he helped me out. And in 1 week, I had the visa, and we came here after 2 weeks staying in, and we came to UK. And I never stopped working, always. Whatever job I get, I accepted. And I have traveled the whole UK, but I think Cardiff is the best place to live than any other places in UK. Especially when people are more relaxed and more, I'm not going to say bragging that they're welcoming, but generally people are much relaxed and much friendlier than like London and Manchester and Birmingham, I noticed.
As you explained about your journey, and
Yeah.
you know it very vividly, do you mind telling me what was your age when you started your journey?
To be honest, in my country, in my time, nobody had any slightest issue, old or young, their actual age, because the education was not there, and the parents was remembering, especially mom who gave birth, usually remember the day that they give birth to a child, the condition of the weather, how snowy was outside, how cold was outside, was it dark, was it light, how many moons ago. But nobody had the time, because I know it's because of the lack of education. Those people in that generation, they weren't educated to write it down. Mm-hmm. So they had to remember it to some mystical time. Mm-hmm. So I think I was about 4 years old. I think, but I'm not 100% sure.
Mm-hmm. So as you said that what made you decide to come to Wales, you have explained that to us, thank you. Which Afghan tradition or culture practices do you still keep alive here in Wales?
All of them, all the traditional, the religion part. I'm a Muslim, alhamdulillah. I practice my religion as much as I can, 4 times, 5 times a day. I read the Quran. I follow the teaching of Prophet Muhammad. As much as I can, I want to be helpful, but I'm a human, make mistakes. But life is, I carry on with the life. As the Prophet Muhammad said, peace be upon him, that whatever country you go, you keep your religion, but you also obey by the rules and the law of the land. So I'm keeping that in my mind. And I'm keeping my religion, but I also respecting the law of the land of especially Welsh, UK. So yes, I keep my Islam, I keep my tradition, I do fast, I do celebrate Eid, socialize with friends as much as I can, but as a man you do not have that much flexibility and luxury as a foreign woman, because usually foreign women are not working too much as the man who is supposed to work, because they are the main provider for the family. Mm-hmm. My family's happiness and the roof over their head and their bills is more important than me having, for example, a night out with friends or having luxury life. That normally say you deserve it, but my family goes before that. So yeah, I keep my religion, my tradition, Islamic tradition, Afghan tradition. At the same time, I also have to mind that I'm not living in Afghanistan, I live in the UK and Wales, and the law here is different than that.
How has living in Wales changed the way you see yourself?
I still have my culture, I still have my language, I still have my memories and thoughts, and I love to be Afghan. Nothing can change me. But the only changes I have in me is that I understand that we should all be together and work together and communicate with each other and dialogue with each other. Every solution has a problem. Every problem has a solution with dialogue, not with anger and isolation. So UK and Europe, and they all changed me a lot to understand life. I think the way Prophet Muhammad wants me to understand, Allah wants me to understand life, to be in a community with everyone, and accept their opinion, accept their choices, and accept my own choices, and be happy who I am and what I have.
So, how many years do you living in Wales now?
Since December 2005.
Would you prefer living in Wales?
Yes, I prefer living, because I haven't lived anywhere else. I lived in Wales. I traveled around the UK. I've been in Scotland, Manchester, Birmingham, London, Newcastle, Liverpool. All these cities I've been. And I find that people are too busy to ration, have no time to relax as the way the people live in Wales. Scotland is different, but the other cities I mentioned, they are too busy. I'm nothing against them, but I never lived there. I don't know the experience.
So when you think about your life in Wales, what's the biggest challenge that you think this is challenging in your life?
Work, because I'm not getting young every day. And I worked first, when I came to Cardiff, I worked for 15 years as the agency worker. And the first thing I got kicked out of the job because the company didn't make money, or they didn't sell business, or they didn't want an agency worker anymore. I understand their argument, but I'm a family man, and it's very most if I cannot earning and providing for my family. I do not wish to be dependent on people forever. I want my kids to be proud of me. I'm working, not sitting at home.
That brings our interview to the end. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.